Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Gina once again. Today I'm using cardboard as my substrate. I am doing an art swap for December. I have my chosen partner, but it's with Jenny Belly. She has her page and the group that I'm in. We're doing our monthly art swap, and this month's theme, we have to use cardboard packaging to make some embellishments. So I have to make 5. And I thought I'd film it. I usually do these swaps, but I don't normally film them. But I thought I would do it today. So I hope you join me. It's a long video. So pull out your materials. If you want, you could do cardboard as well. And let's make stuff together. So I found my cardboard. It is quite thick, and I thought about ripping it down because, you could peel off some of the layers. But I thought, you know what, I'll just leave it like that. And I didn't want to see all those words, so I just went over it with a brayer with some acrylic paint, and then wasn't too liking how that looked. So I came in with the brush, smoothing things out a bit, and then I felt like it was too smooth. So I was like, okay, let's add some color, and I'll come back in with the brayer. And I just wanted a hint of color, not realizing that I did add way too much paint. So I was like, oh my goodness, because I really wanted it more white with hints of blue than blue with hints of white. But this is what happened, and I thought, okay, let's bring in the purple before all this blue gets spread around. Again, I'm coming in with the brush because I didn't really want to see all those ridges. At least not as much as, yeah. So I'm just giving it a light pass over now. And that looks a little better. And all my words are covered, and I'm very happy. Still, it's a lot bluer than I expected, but what you gonna do? So I dried it, and now I'm coming in with some nice fluorescent pink acrylic paint, but my bottle wasn't working well at all. It took me a long time to get it unclogged, and I unclogged it, and then it got clogged again. It's the paint though. There are some lumps in the paint, so I need to sort that out. Or just use it differently, which I eventually did. And so I was like, okay, this is not turning out the way I would have liked. So I'm improvising again, just spreading the paint with a brush. I wanted those circles, so I'm trying my best to leave them. And then I thought, let me add some pattern. So I brought in my stencil, which was just on my desk. Didn't want to go searching, it would have taken too long. The thing is too, I wasn't really sure what to make with the cardboard because it's cardboard and it's thick. I actually wanted to do beads, but I got tired and I was like, nah, not today. So I thought I would do some tags. So this is why I am just covering the whole thing, and I thought instead of just painting this for her to write on, my partner, I would add some tissue paper. And I'm just using regular school glue to get that stuck down. I added some water, just a little bit to help spread it, but it's just tissue paper. I really did struggle to get these pieces on. It didn't turn out the way I expected at all. And here I realized that the paint didn't dry from the other side, so I'm using the tissue paper to clean it up and then wipe it away. So now I'm still trying to decide what to do, and I thought, okay, we'll dry it and then we'll add some paint. So what I effectually did was I still painted over it, which is what I didn't want to do, but I have some texture, which I love, and I hope she likes it too. It's not just a smooth-ish surface, because even when I painted it, it would not have been perfectly smooth unless I sanded it. But, you know, there's texture, and I like that, rather than just, it's not all the time you want to write on smooth paper, at least not me. I think it's cool, you know, feeling that, because, you know, when you write, sometimes you actually put your hand on your book, you touch your pages, so I think it's a nice physical experience. So here I have some stamped images on pieces of cloth. So I thought maybe I could use this today. I actually forget about it a lot. And I remembered it the other day, and I was like, Gina, you need to use these things. You've had them here for a while. We need to use them. So I pulled them out to see maybe if I want to use any of them. And now I'm trying to decide how to divide up this piece of cardboard to make some tags. So I thought this could be a nice long one, and she could tuck it in her book, in her journal, or maybe even use it as a decorated topper. I don't know. But I'm going to leave the back blank so she could journal if she wants to. And then I decided to just cut these down smaller. I could not find my craft mat. Honestly, I couldn't think of where it was, and I didn't want to go look for it because, again, time. And I'm just dividing these up, not really sure what I want to do. So I'm making smaller tags here, but then I was thinking I can't just do tags because that's just boring, 5 tags, and all of them blue and pink. It's just kind of real boring. So I thought, okay, let's do something circular. And my cousin got me this punch. I'm so excited. But the cardboard was too thick. So I found a circular tag that I pulled off from an outfit. I'm using that to create some circular ones. Although, when I was looking at them after, I was thinking she could use them as ornaments too. She could hang them. But I was just thinking, some cute thing to tuck in your book or to hang out. And she can add a picture to the back if she wants. A picture of, some memory. So, she'll decide how she wants to use them. But I hope she likes them. And here I'm just cutting them out. I'm trying to decide. As I'm cutting them out, I'm trying to decide what to add. Should I add anything? How to embellish it further. So while I was thinking about this project, actually, I thought I want to do big flowers for her to journal on, or she could use them just to add decoration in her book. But I don't know, I was just thinking journal flowers to journal on. So this is me trying to, I tried to find a thin piece of cardboard, and this was the best I could do. It's nice and thin, actually. And I'm just ripping off just parts of the top layer because I like that effect where you see parts of the top And then you see the second layer, and then you see the ridges, some of the ridges. So I'm just ripping up parts of the top there, and I'm going to draw the flower to the back. Now I'm adding some white paint just to highlight all those different layers, which is just so yummy. Plus I want to see the brown underneath as well, so I'm just roughly putting it on, and then I'm going to add some more color. Here I decided to add another flower, but it's going to be smaller. Alright, so now I'm adding some gold paint, and then I'm going to add some pink and get that nice and juicy. I think those colors together are just so, I don't know, it's so pretty and sexy, and I don't know, it feels warm and kind of royal-ish, but softer, you know? So while that's drying, I decided that these cards, these circular ones, were a little dark. So I'm just adding some white in some areas just to brighten it up a bit. And I decided to add some on this one too. It's just a bit dark. So I just brighten them up just a tiny bit. Then I'm using some texture paste / modeling paste just in a couple areas because I love texture, and just to, you know, give a nice tactile feel to the tags and ornaments. I don't know how she'll use them. But yeah, they turned out really nice. So my paste it's been around for a while, and it started to dry out, get very tacky and a bit hard some places. So what I did recently was I spritzed some water in it, and then I covered it down. When did I do that? It was several days ago, probably 5 or more days. And when I used it, for this, it was like new. Well, probably not like new, but it was so nice. The difference is unbelievable. Oh, I mixed it up a bit too. And then I closed it and I didn't open it until I was doing this project. And yeah. So in case any of you all have paste that is, tacky and kind of drying up, you could try it and see how it works. I have, what is this paper called? The plastic. I put plastic and then I closed the lid. So yeah, it works. It really worked. I was like, please, Lord, please let us work. Please let us soften it up. And it did. It's fantastic. So at the back now, oh no, there's the front. Right, so I thought it looked kind of weird. So I'm just drawing out the minor details of the flower so it actually looks like a flower. The smaller one was a bit difficult because there are so many ridges seen, but it's still cool. So here I found that if I just drew the circles, it was still looking kind of lame. So I thought I'd use my punch, which I bought. I finally invested in a punch. This one, I think what size is this, boy? It's a 1-inch punch. And I thought I would just punch it out and use that as a centers, and I was much happier with that. So the 1-inch punch was a bit bigger for the smaller one, so I just cut it down a bit so it wouldn't look so big. And I'm just adding some hot pink, and I'm going to put some yellow just to make those centers pop a bit. I felt like the flowers weren't really popping, so I'm adding a black border to just define, to show, to give definition. So it will show where the flower ends, where it starts. This is the flower, it's not kind of feeding into wherever you put it. This is it. It's to help contain it and border it and everything. So when I did that, I was like, oh yeah, much, much better. It's amazing to me, always amazing, what little things, little marks you make, little things, how much they help. And what a big difference it makes sometimes. It's awesome.